APU or Auxiliary Power Unit. Ito yung small gas turbine engine sa aircraft na nagsusupply ng pneumatic bleed air and electrical power para sa different aircraft system. Gas turbine engine. So yung gas turbine engine is ginagamit sa ground kapag yung aircraft is hindi gumagalaw. Modern twin engine aircraft. So katulad sa APU, kailangan din ito ng bleed air and electrical power in flight. APU section. So there are three main sections. The power section, the one who drives the compressor and the gearbox. The bleed section and the accessory gearbox section. APU main component. So sa APU main component, kailangan sure na may sufficient bleed air na supply yung aircraft pneumatic system. Sa modern APU, so makakita tayo ng separate compressor. And yung tawag sa compressor na yun is load compressor. Sa modern APU, so makakita tayo ng separate compressor. And yung tawag sa compressor na yun is load compressor. Combustion chamber, usually an annular type, pero sa older APU, makakita ka ng can type na combustion chamber. Centrifugal turbines is makikita siya sa small APUs and yung axial turbines is makikita siya sa large APUs. APU bleed air supply. So, kailangan maka-supply siya ng sapat na bleed air sa aircraft pneumatic system. And yung air pressure is usually 30 to 45 psi. There are two different methods sa APU bleed air. Number one is yung gumagamit ng compressor sa power section, and yung number two is gumagamit ng individual load compressor.
APU electrical power supply. Nagpo-provide ng electrical power backup source para sa aircraft. Electrical power supplies galing siya sa generator which is driven by APU gearbox. Mostly sa APU natin is may makikita kang dalawang generator pag sobrang laki ng APU. APU is always controlled by constant speed. So, APU compartment. Located siya sa tail section ng aircraft. Sa APU compartment, meron tayong tatlong different kinds ng compartment which are the equip compartment, APU compartment, and muffler compartment. Sa equipment compartment, dun makikita yung air intake actuator, APU fire distinguisher bottle, fuel supply lines, and bleed air duct. Tapos sa EPU compartment naman, EPU itself lang. Tapos sa muffler compartment naman, nandun yung exhaust pipe, exhaust muffler, heat shield, muffler clamp, sealing rings. Tapos, yun lang. Proceed naman tayo sa access door latches. Yung main components ng access door latches are eye bolt at one cowling, hook at opposite cowling, hook operated by latches handle. Tapos, how latches. So, ipon mo to release the trigger. Tapos, from handle naman, madi-discharge yung hook. Tapos, sa handle spring, pupush mo yung handle pa labas. Tapos, yung main link assemble naman, main link assemble out, is i-over-centered position mo siya para disengage yung hook from the eye bolt. So, yun lang.
One mount is always a fixed mount for strength stability. The other two mounts are flexible because they must permit limited movement for thermal expansion. Only one mount transmits lateral loads and forces from the APU to the aircraft structure. This is a thread protector. Make sure that the thread of the cone bolt is not damaged during APU removal. APU removal. It is used as mini crane to manually crank the APU up or down. This is easily done with hoist equipment. To use the APU hoist, you first attach the top part of the hoist equipment to the APU compartment, ceiling bracket, or hoist supports. After that, you have to disconnect all APU connections from the aircraft. Now all you to do is to lower the APU from APU compartment. APU air inlet duct have three main components. Air intake noise. It is formed from optimum aerodynamic surface on the lower APU air intake. APU air inlet duct. It is a name of the diffuser because of its shape duct guides to the air to the APU. APU drain system leakage can be fuel leak from fuel operated components like inlet guide vane actuator. Direct drains. Catch the fluids and drain them via drain lines directly overboard. Indirect drains. Catch the fluid and drain them to a special drain tank.